Hello guys, in this video we are going to talk about the tragic scene that was happened in Canada. So let's discuss this video in deep detail, but before going to detail I want to say if you didn't subscribe my channel then please subscribe and press the bell icon for latest updates. Let's get started. Remains of 215 children found at former Kamloops residential school First Nation. Kamloops ABC First Nation has confirmed that the remains of 215 children who were students of the Kamloops Indian Residential School have been found on the reserve using ground penetrating radar. In a news release, TKEM Lops 2 Saquepemc First Nation Chief Rosanne Casimir calls the discovery an unthinkable loss that was spoken about but never documented by the Kamloops Indian Residential School, which was the largest school in the country's Indian Affairs residential school system. We had knowing in our community that we were able to verify to our knowledge these missing children are undocumented deaths, Casimir said. Some were as young as 3 years old. We sought out a way to confirm that, knowing out of deepest respect and love for those lost children and their families. Understanding that TKEM LUPS2 SEC WEPEMC, sorry I can't speak this word, is the final resting place of these children. BC Premier John Horgan issued a statement early Friday saying he was horrified and heartbroken to hear about the burial site. I honored TKEM LUPST SEC WEPEMC as they grapple with this burden from a dark chapter of Canadian history and uphold their commitment to complete this investigation over the coming weeks, bringing to light the full truth of this loss, said Horgan. Each child has been forever taken from a family and a community that loved them. This is a tragedy of unimaginable proportions, and it is a stark example of the violence the Canadian residential school system inflicted upon Indigenous peoples and how the consequence of these atrocities continue to this day. Horgan said support services are available for those affected by this news. A National Indian Residential School crisis line has been set up to provide support for former residential school students and those affected. Access emotional and crisis referral services by calling the 24-hour National Crisis Line 1-866-925-4419. The work was undertaken by the TKEMLUPST SEC WebMec Language and Culture Department, which ceremonial knowledge keepers who ensure that the work was conducted respectfully in light of the serious nature of the investigation, with culture protocol being upheld. Casimir said that given the children are buried within the TKEMLUPS2 SEC WIPMEC community and with all community members still grappling with the fact of residential school, chief and council first reach out to their community members to make them aware of the situation. Contact that community continues. Lisa Lepointe, BC Chief Coroner, said the BC Coroner's Service was advised by the TKEMLUPST SCC WEPEMC about the discovery of the burial site and is in the process of the gathering information. We recognize the tragic, heartbreaking devastation that the Canadian residential school system has inflicted upon so many, and our thoughts are with all of those who are in mourning today, said Lepointe. In a statement Thursday, Casimir said TKEMLUPS will continue to work with the ground penetrating radar specialist to complete the survey of the former Kamloops Indian Residential School grounds, which are at the corner of Highway 5 and Shuswap Road. Preliminary work in confirming that the remains of the children were on the reserve began in early 2000s. Casimir said, with the radar technology confirming the stories, we are thankful for the Pathway to Healing grant we received to undertake this important work. Casimir said, given the size of the school, with up to 500 students registered and attending at any one time, we understand that this was confirmed loss affect First Nations community across British Columbia and beyond. We wish to ensure that our community member as well as all home communities for the children who attended are duly informed. This is the beginning, but given the nature of this news, we felt it important to share immediately. At this time, we have more questions than answers. We look forward to providing updates as they become available. TKEMLUPS is now in communication with the BC Coroner Service, reaching out to the home communities that had children who attended the Camp Lutz Indian Residential School and taking measures to ensure the location of the remains are protected. In addition, the SEC Webmic Museum Archivist is working with the Royal British Columbia Museum, among others, to seek out any existing records of the deaths. TKEMLUPS Heritage Park is closed to the public and now no one will be permitted on site for duration of the work. The band is expected to complete preliminary findings by mid-June and will provide updates as they become available. The Truth and Reconciliation Commission (TRC) noted that large number of indigenous children who were sent to residential school never returned to their home communities. Some children ran away and others died at the school. The students who did not return have come to be known as the missing children. The Missing Children Project documents the deaths and the burial places of children who died while attending the school. To date, more than 4,100 children who died while attending a residential school have been identified. The Kamloops Industrial School, later known as the Kamloops Indian Residential School, was opened under Roman Catholic administration in 1890. It was part of the Canadian residential school system, established as part of the government policy of forced assimilation that resulted in the oppression of generation of indigenous children. It was one of more than 130 such schools that operated in Canada between 1874 and 1996, located on the traditional territory of the Sac Wipmek school people. Hundreds of Sac PEMC and other First Nation children attended the Kamloops school. Students were sent there from as far away as Penticton, Hope, Mount Curie, Lillooet, and even outside the province. Enrollment peaked in early 1950s at 500. Children were forcibly removed from their homes once attendance became mandatory by law in 1920s, with their parents under threat of prison if they refused. Students lived at the school from September to June, alienated from their family except for Christmas and Easter visit. It becomes the largest school in the Indian Affairs residential school system in 1969. The federal government took over the administration of the school, which no longer provided any classes and operated it as residence for students attending today school until 1978, when the residence was closed. Next candidate, North Thompson, home communist. Thanks for watching the video.